Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name is Chris Meyer, and I am here with my co-host, Haley Westrich. Sometimes I just go too fast.
It's all right.
Last week it was the fly buzzing through my head. I hope it doesn't come back today.
No, let's hope not.
So it's like we're the peak season of Branson.
We are. Town's hopping. It's great.
It's busy. And so, folks, if you have not planned your vacation yet to Branson for summer, there's still time. Because I know most schools are starting typically the middle of August, some as early as the 1st of August. So they still have a month, and if you're like, where do I go?
Yeah.
Branson is the perfect spot to come. And so you've got theme parks, you've got attractions.
Got a ton.
You've got shows.
Yes.
So if you were to come here on vacation, you didn't live here, what are some of the things you would do?
Oh, well, I love the shows. So I would definitely go to all the shows here in town, as many as I could, check out some of the new attractions, go eat at Andy's. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yep, there you go. Okay, so we have a few dumb questions. Or things that make you go, we like to talk about that. If space is a vacuum, who changes the bags? That's kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
If the product says do not use if seal is broken, how are you supposed to open it and use it?
Yes.
Why do wise guy and wise man mean entirely different things?
That's true.
That is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If I save time, when do I get it back? Why do we say a pair of pants when there is only one article of clothing involved? That is interesting. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us who our guests are.
We've got AO, so we're excited to have them.
They're going to be coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back in just a moment with AO.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. And today, I am with two awesome entertainers. I am with the AO, which is the show featuring the Voices of Glory, by Nadia and Avery Cole. So, Avery, welcome. This is your first time.
Yes, it is. I'm so happy to be here.
Nadia, she came a while back.
Yeah, a while back, yeah.
And so it's good to have you back as well, Nadia.
Thank you.
So, Avery, why don't you take people on kind of a historical ride of your family and you specifically as well, and like how you got to Branson and what led up to that?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the way we got started is our mom was actually in a head-on collision by a drunk driver. We're 3 siblings, and she was in a head-on collision by a drunk driver, and she was in coma for 8 months. And so our dad would ask us to sing her by her bedside just to see if she would respond. And as we were doing that, we would sing at hospitals and nursing homes and other venues. And then before we knew it, our dad got us a vocal coach for a year. And then we actually tried out for America's Got Talent, came in 5th. And then as we were doing all of that, our mom actually started coming out of a coma. And she's actually at each and every one of our shows. But the way she was a school teacher before, and so she actually went back to school to become a principal, and that's when she got into the accident. And so after that, after America's Got Talent and everything, we end up getting a call to come down to Branson and try out doing shows here. And so we were like, okay, we'll give it a try. So we came out here, and we came out for an opportunity, and that opportunity didn't pan out the way we thought it would. And then a couple years later, Andy Williams asked us to sing at his Christmas show. And so then we started doing his Christmas show here, and then in the meantime, we've still been traveling. We just got done opening up for Michael W. Smith, and we travel quite a bit. And so it's just been a great adventure. We've been overseas several times, and it's just great doing what we love with the people we love. And
so you've been in Branson now quite a few years, right?
Yes.
And I mean, you guys are really young, but you've been performing several years in Branson, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've been here for about 8 years, I think.
Yeah, we lived here for about 8 years, and then started our show about 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And I know, Nadia, you're not that old.
No.
Like, are you even 18 yet?
I am actually.
You
I'm
made it to
18.
18.
Almost 19.
Almost
So,
19.
She just made it.
Yeah. I just made it.
Yeah, that's wild. And you're in your young 20s, right?
Yep, I'm 22.
22. So you guys got so much of a career ahead of you. But I mean, 5 years on a stage in Branson, that's a lot of training. That's a lot of, it's not really training, but it's just a lot of time for a show in Branson by young entertainers, which is, to me, that's even extra hard to do. So talk to folks about how did you even get on like America's Got Talent? How did that process happen?
Do you want to take it?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
so basically, we're actually trying out for a show called Showtime at the Apollo Amateur Night. And that's a huge, huge show that a lot of people watched back in the day. And in New York, they had tons of people trying out for it. So we're like, we might as well just try out for it and see how good we are. We started singing in the line because everyone else was showing their talents and stuff. And they were like, okay, I think we're good enough. So we started singing Holy, Holy, Holy. And after we got done singing, this lady came up to us and was like, you should try out for America's Got Talent. And we were like, what is this America's Got Talent? We were only like American Idol fans. And we didn't know America's Got Talent was so big. We thought it was like a regional thing. So we made it through Showtime at the Apollo. We made it to the next round. And they're like, we're good enough. We might as well just try out. And the next day, we looked up the address. We went to the Javits Center in New York City. And we tried out for America's Got Talent then. And then we went through, there's a whole process behind it. A lot of people don't know that. They just think that, you just sing right in front of the judges. You have to sing through like a whole line of producers before you even make it to the judges. And they'll call you back if you made it. Yeah. And at that time, we told them our story and told them who we were and what we can do and sing and stuff like that. Went through the one line of producers. And then they told us to stay behind. And they let everyone else go. So we're like, what's going on? Are we like eliminated from the round already? But then they took us to another line of producers, and then another line of producers, and then by the time everything ended, we were at the travel center, basically saying that we made it to the next round. They didn't want to call us back. They just said that we made it. So about a few weeks later, we tried out in front of the judges, and then that's when we made it. So
So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes before you're with Simon and all those. Who were your judges when you guys did it?
We had Piers Morgan, David Hasselhoff, and Sharon Osbourne.
And it was Nick Cannon's first year as a host.
Okay. So that, and from that, I'm sure that really helped your careers, right?
And it has. A lot of people recognize us from that. We were much younger at the time. I was 9 years old when we tried out for this show, and Avery was 13. But it's kind of surreal because people still remember us from the show. And we're actually on the same year as Texas Tenors also. Oh, wow. So, so it's a really cool experience for us.
Well, and Branson has had really several entertainers that have been on the show. I think the Duttons were on it, right? Yes. And then
that's correct.
Taylor Reed. And so it's good that, Branson entertainers have gotten that far in the process. It just shows kind of the quality of the Branson entertainment
Definitely.
In town. So, Nadia, I think on the last show I told you I think you're, I always tell people if you had to describe her, it's like the next Whitney Houston, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a really good way because Whitney was awesome. But you and your brothers have kind of created this unique niche, so to say, in town, and you guys are doing music that maybe a lot of other people aren't doing, right?
We do a lot of different genres, and a lot of people don't know that when our mom was in the accident, we actually stayed with friends that owned a jazz club. So I was 5 years old at the time, and Avery was about maybe 8 or 9, and we got to experience a lot of different genres of music. And what we wanted to do in Branson, we wanted to bring our love of music to our show, So we're showing everything from like Stevie Wonder to Prince to some of our gospel favorites like Long As I Got King Jesus and stuff like that, and just really showing people who we are as artists, but why we love music. So we want to show and express music in a different way, and I feel like it's good in Branson because there's a lot of shows here in town that do that, and this is just another level of it. So.
And we're actually the first African American family to have a show on the Strip, and so we definitely wanted to play to that, do a lot of songs that maybe other people wouldn't try, or do, and so that's our biggest thing. We have a 5-piece band behind us, and we just try to make it as live and as like mixed cultured as we possibly could,
And a couple of years ago, I know I saw you guys at the Hughes Brothers Theater, and you guys did a Toby Mac song, and I'm just sitting there in the audience going, "Oh my gosh!" Somebody like played his music, and I mean it was your own style, but like nobody else was doing that, and I was blown away, and I was blown away when I saw the show, because for 3 young entertainers to hold an audience for 2 hours and do it well, I can tell you these folks did it extremely well, and I was just proud of you guys, because it's so hard, and you guys did it, and you continue to do it. And so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk about their new show and their new location. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Try something different this vacation. Bring the whole family to Branson Segway. Segways are the most fun on 2 wheels since the bicycle. It's safe and fun. Ride at your own pace on our specially designed track. You can do it.
I don't know if I can do this, guys. I don't know.
To get your family from ho-hum to adventure, ride a Segway. Branson Segway and Adventure Center on Highway 165, just 1 block south of Titanic.
Come on, slowpokes! Ride like the wind!
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. We are here with AO, Voices of Glory, featuring the Voices of Glory, and so with Avery and Nadia Cole. So how do you like to go by AO? Do you like to go by Voices of Glory? Or how do you, did I get it wrong or what?
No, you did it right. So basically, our show here in town is called AO, and then when we travel around, we're called Voices of Glory, but that's why the show's AO starring Voices of Glory. But usually, because we were on America's Got Talent, a lot of people know us from Voices of Glory. So usually when we travel, we use that. So.
Okay. So tell people about the changes this year, because you've moved theaters and stuff like that. And
so we're in one of the most beautiful theaters here in town. We're at the Andy Williams Performing Arts Center, and right now Jimmy Osmond owns it. And so we came in talking to him about doing a show there, and he gave us a bunch of different opportunities. So we travel with him on weekends a lot, and then we also we just started. We're going to be doing the Andy Williams Christmas show with the Lennon Sisters, and it's going to be on ice themed this year. So we're very excited about that, and they'll have a big orchestra, and so we're so excited to be a part of that. But after that, that's also opened opportunities for us to travel quite a bit too. So we're just happy for the venue. And
so in November, December, you're not going to have your show. You're going to be a part of the Andy Williams Christmas show, which is legendary.
Yes.
But right now you have your own show, right? And so
Yes.
what times is it? And tell people what they can expect in the show.
So we do a 2 o'clock on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and Thursday at 10 a.m. And then basically what our show is it's pop, jazz, gospel, and soul. We have a 5-piece band behind us. It's a great music show. We've actually been voted best vocal group 2 times, and my sister has got Young Female Entertainer of the Year about 4 times in a row. And so
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, she's incredible.
That does not surprise me.
So I think the biggest thing about our show that you don't really see in a lot, we really try to be as strong as possible in our vocal talent, and then just great music too. So it's just a great show. And then we mentioned this to you. Our mom was in a head-on collision by a drunk driver, and she was in a coma for 8 months, and we started singing by her bedside. So we started we add that in the show, so it's very moving. We do a patriotic section, so it's not only just about the music, it's a very moving show as well. So
okay. So you guys in the past were kind of working with some producers or artist development people. Are you guys still doing that, or what's going on there?
Yeah, so we actually we've talked to a lot of different record labels and talked to a lot of different people, and so we're right now dealing with the HR people in certain companies and really trying to find out how to get to the next level. But right now we basically just manage ourselves. We have our uncle that's a big part of it, and so he looks after everything, and then we just take every engagement at a time, and just manage it that way. So
and so sometimes if you guys, I know sometimes you guys are doing things as the whole family, but I know you're also doing some stuff in the past have done some stuff with Joe White as well.
I got to travel around and with Joe White, which was a pleasure. I got to travel to South Dakota, Pennsylvania, and the boys came along for a few of the
Okay.
dates also, and we got to meet Lecrae and Tadashi and Michael W. Smith. So it was a really
Yeah.
cool opportunity for us. And I still do some things with Joe White, but mainly focusing on the group.
Yeah.
So
So you did mention Michael W. Smith earlier, and so I have to tell you, I was a fan of his from 1982, and I actually have a tape. I have tapes of his.
Okay.
Now I've transitioned to CDs,
Yes.
but
You
I've
might
been a
be
big-
telling us your age a little bit.
No, and he's actually got 2 new CDs out, and he released them almost back to back. And I don't have those yet, but I've been a
I've
big
heard
fan
some.
of big
Yeah.
fan of his for years, and I know he's got a special relationship with Kanakuk, with Joe, where's Joe's from. So
Yeah.
he used
And
to
we
write
had a blessing, like talking to his wife. She was backstage and stuff, and he's just a very down to earth guy, and it was awesome.
So what if you had to say, here's what I want to do in the future as the Voices of Glory? Have you like, what is that? Have you guys thought about that? I'm
Yeah.
sure you have.
Our biggest thing is we kind of want to spread our story, you know, because it's very uncommon to hear like kind of what we've gone through and be able to get out of it the way we have, you know, and it's been all because of God, and it's because we've had a great upbringing too, you know, our parents are great. And so the situation that we went through with our mom, and then we've had so many people help us out, and then now we're performing Branson over 140 shows here in town, and then we travel quite a bit. And so I think our biggest thing is just spreading that hope and joy that no matter what you're going through and no matter what trials you go through in life, you know, like I feel like God's always going to help you out through that, you know, and that's why we started this show, because it's more of a ministry, you know, and so for us at least. And so that's, I think our biggest thing would be launching a movie and really telling people more about our story, you know.
Yeah. So God's done some amazing things in your family, but your show isn't necessarily just gospel music. It's
No,
a
it isn't.
component, and so, you know, for people, they're gonna get more than just that.
We do
Yeah.
a lot of different genres. Like we do have a gospel segment, but we put in a new section this year that contains Prince, Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. We do like tons of new stuff this year, and adding some new jazz stuff also. So it's a whole new level this year, because especially being in the theater that we are in, it's an honor to be there, because Andy Williams was there, you know. So
And
it's
she
an
does
honor.
that last this year. You got to see that in arrangement. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So here's the deal. I don't know that I've ever done this before. Maybe I have. I don't know that I have. But here's the deal. If you're like, should I go see AO? Should I not? You know, you're undecided. I'm going to personally guarantee you will love the show. And if you don't love it, and you buy your tickets through ibranson.com, and if you don't like it, I will give you your money back, because I am so confident. I'm so confident in you guys and just what you do, that I want people to experience it, because it's going to be, I know it's going to be great. And
Thank you.
you're just, I believe in your mission, I believe in your ministry, and I just know you're good people. You're good people. That's an Ozark thing. Maybe that's not in somewhere else, but and I just want to encourage everybody to go see you guys. And so once again, you can find them at the Andy Williams Moon River Performing Arts Center. There's an incredible history at that theater. It's a wonderful theater. You can find them there. You can find them at the Christmas show, Andy Williams Christmas show. Otherwise, they have their own show. And tell the people the times again.
Yeah, so we do a Tuesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. and then a Thursday morning at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. So 10 or 2. So those are a little different show times, but go check them out at those times. There's shows going all the time in Branson. And be sure to go to ibranson.com. You can book their tickets there. You can call 877-ENTERTAIN. And once again, guys, thanks for coming. Good to have you.
Hey, thanks for
It's a
having us.
pleasure.
And stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a moment.
The Best Western Center Point Inn. It's Branson's top hotel in the heart of Branson's entertainment, next to the Titanic Museum. Relax in the indoor pool and hot tub. The hotel offers a variety of room types. Enjoy the free hot breakfast every day. For more information or to make reservations, call 1-877-334-1894.
Hey folks, we're on location again today at the Track Family Fun Parks, and you'll notice behind me we have a go-kart track, and they have actually several go-kart tracks here in Branson. They've got at least 4 or 5 go-kart tracks here in the area, and they have a great program that you can buy a go-kart where you get a ton of rides. for one price, and then when you empty that go-kart, then you can go back and buy it at half price. So I highly recommend you get that go-kart. You can do that at ibranson.com. And you know what, when I was growing up, I was always, as a family, I would go ride go-karts. And so a lot of people, that's a family tradition. Maybe it's not for you yet, but come ride the go-karts, whether it's in the day or the evening. It's a fun thing. You can race, have some friendly competition with your family. And then there's different levels of tracks. So right over to my right is a little kiddie track for small kids. This is probably like what you'd consider a classic track. And then they've got some of the high-powered tracks, like with the heavy metal high-rise track that's actually an elevated track. And so you'll find the Track Family Fun Parks in several different locations around Branson. You can find them over there across from the Andy Williams Moon River Theater. You can find them down the street, also right past Whitewater on the right-hand side. And so there's a lot of great fun here at the Track Family Fun Parks. They've got an arcade, they've got bumper boats, they've got bumper cars, and of course go-karts. So come ride the go-karts, have a fun evening here at the Track Family Fun Parks. Hey folks, welcome back to the closing segment of Play Branson. And just saw us, we were out at the Tracks Family Fun Parks.
Lots of fun stuff to do out there.
And I tell you, when I was a kid, I always would ride go-karts, and I really thought I wanted to be a go-kart racer when I was growing up. And so that's a great childhood memory that I have of riding go-karts.
Yeah.
And there's lots of places you can do that. But not only do they have go-karts, they have other stuff.
Yep, they've got the bumper boats, the Ferris wheel, I mean, just a lot.
Arcade, miniature golf, and so be sure to check out the Track Family Fun Parks. Coming up, we have a concert coming up.
We do.
Do you know who this is?
I don't.
Dennis Quaid and the Sharks are back. And, you know, he was here last year, did a lot of great promotion in town, and very friendly guy, but they'll be at the Mansion on July 28th. And so be sure to go check them out. And then I tell you what, our next show, it is going to be amazing.
What is it?
It is the director of Shepherd of the Hills, Keith Thurman, and he is like a living legend in Branson.
It's going to be exciting.
And so I'm pumped, folks, and you've got to watch this show because he knows stuff nobody else knows in Branson, or people forget. And he's just a wealth of information and history, and I'm just really excited to have him on.
Yes, it'd be great.
So, anything else you want to talk about?
That's all for now.
All for now. Folks, thanks for watching. And if you need help planning your Branson vacation, be sure to go to ibranson.com or call 1-877-ENTERTAIN. Thanks for watching. And go to our Facebook page. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and who you'd like to see on the show, and we'll do our best. Have a good one. Thank you.